J-Drone here. What's going on, guys? This is a Bugs 3. If you ain't never heard of it, you gotta get one, especially if you're in the drone game. If you ain't never heard of Drone Days, it's the best Facebook group for drones. And this right here is what we are testing. We're gonna go ahead and test this camera. It's from Akaso. It's a keychain camera. I've been using it all day. I put it on my bike. I put it on myself. It's magnetic, so it's pretty cool. You can do a lot with it. I want to see how it works on this drone. I want to see what type of video quality we can get with it. I'm using 3 double-sided sticky pads, which is probably all I need, but for safety measure, I'm going to go ahead and Velcro over it. But let's go. Let's get this up and going. I am using a T8 SG Plus jumper. It's this carbon one. So what we're going to do, we are going to go ahead and turn this on simply by holding. It vibrates, then it makes little, so you can see it. I don't know if you can see it there. Then it flashes like that. All you got to do is hit this one. Then it's ready to go. Hit the bottom one again right here and it'll start video. If you press this one, you'll get a yellow flashing and you can enter the Wi-Fi. But again, this is really not about setup about this camera. I think I'm going to do 2 separate reviews, all my testing with this camera today, and then maybe just do this as a separate review. So we're gonna go ahead and just strap this on here. Okay, I'm gonna strap it, and then I think, what do we do? Maybe we turned it off. Let's go ahead and hold on again. Come on. Alright, so now it's on. And we are recording. So I'm going to go ahead and fire these motors. Get up. Now with the Bugs 3, you can see I don't have the front LEDs on, because generally if you're toting a camera up front and it's darker out, that's going to obstruct your whatchamacallit. It's going to obstruct your camera and give not so nice picture. So we got that up there. Should be recording pretty good. Obviously I don't have it pitched, so we're not going to go crazy flying with it. Just really trying to test this camera, and it is it's super cloudy out. Super cloudy. The sun has set. We get a UPS truck coming this way. Maybe we catch UPS truck guy on camera. UPS truck guy. Bam. Yes. And there's actually a LED ring around this camera that you could turn on, especially if you had it on the Bugs where you have the front LEDs disconnected. Just kind of lifting up here, sky climbing. It's the first time I've flown the Bugs in like forever. Really solid drones. Again, if you don't know nothing about the Bugs, you should really consider checking out some of my videos and then going to get one. Alright, I need to bring it down. I still have my orientation, but it's getting tough. It's getting tough. But maneuver it this way. Definitely not trying to lose this, because again, today's the first day that I'm actually using this camera, and I absolutely love my Bugs drones. The only thing this is going to have, it's going to have a timestamp on it, and I don't believe I changed, I don't believe that I changed for the loop recording. Let's see. I'm trying to just look underneath this, make sure it's still blinking. It is still blinking. That's an indicator that it's still recording. I don't know if we can get a good picture of this or not because it's so dark out. The Bugs hoisting it. We'll do a little rip up and down. Nothing super crazy because again, I don't have this pitched. So the harder I pitch, the more ground you're going to be looking at. Skirt. I believe this is 4K capable. I am only shooting in 1080p, 60 frames per second. I do have image stabilization on. We'll do a little sky climb again. long as I can see those blue lights, I can keep climbing. It's really not that windy. It's getting tough to see the blue lights. Alright, we're gonna come back down. Gonna come back down. I don't suggest you sky climbing if you're new to flying drones. It's very easy to lose your orientation. If you lose your orientation, there's a very good possibility you're going to lose your drone. There is a beeper mod that you can do to these Bugs 3s, especially if you're new to flying. It's super simple. The piece that you got to buy for it's super cheap. And even if you don't have a jumper, you can sound off a beeper simply by signaling the lights on and off with the stock controller. I have a video on that. Go ahead and do a little search around with that. I'm using an aftermarket battery. I'm using an NPow, I think 2,200 milliamp an hour battery. I don't know if they still sell them. If they still sell them, I'll try to link it down below. You know, we'll go ahead and sky climb over here. Should be getting epic footage. Again, this is the first time I'm using this camera. I don't know what type of footage it's going to get as far as it being dark out, but it's been pretty much overcast all day, and from the footage that I've seen as far as connecting to the camera with my cell phone and checking out the footage, and I actually downloaded some footage from the camera to the cell phone, no wires included, and it looks super crispy. It looked really, really nice. So I'm hoping this footage does too. Again, this is not prime time to be recording. This is like the worst time you could be recording, but this will be a good test for this camera as far as overcast, as far as darkness, because again, there is no sun out right now. And I'm just chilling, just lightly flying this thing. Nothing super crazy. And again, you can see the LEDs in the back. Woo! We could get all crazy with it. That'll be a good look rotation. So actually, why don't I do this? Check out rotation. We'll go ahead and slow yaw for y'all. Then we'll fast yaw. Then we'll put a little nose down. We'll see how that footage looks. Guys, if you're new to the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button. If you have any questions, comments, concerns at all, whether it's on this video, whether it's about another drone, whether it's about another video, by all means, get at me. I usually am pretty good about getting back at y'all. If you are a constant subscriber, somebody that's been here for a minute, I appreciate you greatly. I really do. A lot of rock hounding stuff going on. Crystals. I love digging up crystals. But this is still a drone channel. Don't sleep on me. We got lots of drone content coming. Got lots of modifications coming. Got lots of new drones coming. So stay tuned to the channel. Oh, it's getting tough to see up there. And I actually just lost my orientation, which I'm going to bring it down fairly quickly. I'm lucky there is no... Okay, I got my orientation back with those blue lights. There's very little wind out here. If there was considerable amount of wind and I lost my orientation that high, very good possibility the drone would be gone. And again, I have the front LEDs turned off. That way it's not obstructing the camera itself. I just want to verify that this camera is still recording. Hold on. It is still recording. It's still blinking. This would be a nice run test for it too. And again, I think it's going to record in like 3-minute segments. I really should have changed that prior to coming out here. But it's all right. Woo! Yeah. I gotta watch because I'm in close proximity to a house to the right of me. I got power lines and whatnot. I'm not in a wide open space. Again, if you're new to flying this type of drone and you get it, I highly recommend you get into like a baseball field or a football field or a wide open field like I traditionally fly in. Because if you're not used to flying this, it can easily get away from you. It goes quick, especially when you get some pep on it, and smoking it into somebody else's house or into power lines, it's probably going to be easily accomplished. And you probably don't want to have that conversation with your neighbor, especially if it ends up on his roof. Hey neighbor, can I go up on your roof? I crashed a drone up there, or heaven forbid you break somebody's window. That's definitely not something I would ever look forward to, so I try to be as cautious as possible. And again, I'm just sky climbing here. Sky climbing. We are up there. Still have my orientation. The drone's in X. I visualize the front at all times. I do not rely on those LEDs. The LEDs are definitely a great indicator, something to assist you in keeping your orientation, but once you get up so high, those LEDs kind of flake out. Even at this height, at a certain angle, those LEDs aren't there. This will give you a full flight time on this battery. If this battery is no longer available, maybe I will try to find one that is comparable to this as far as milliamp an hour, because that'll give you a vague idea as far as flight time on this. We are also not running our front LEDs. Like we said, we're not running our beacon LED, the LED that's generally in the nose of this drone. So that's a little less energy consumption. And we're also not crazy flying it, like super power flying it. We're just kind of chilling with this. Because again, this is more a camera test than it is a battery test, than it is a drone test. I've flown this drone a million times. I got videos on it if you want to check it out. But this is more or less about this camera, absolutely. And I'm loving the camera. I'm telling you guys, I'm loving the camera. Okay, we got LEDs blinking. That's our LVC. That means it's time to bring it down, especially because we got a camera on it that we don't want to lose. We don't want to push the limits here. And you also don't want to push the limits on a battery if you don't know when you're going to use it again. When those LVCs go off, that is a safe storage point for you. So we're going to go ahead and bring it over here, and we're going to grab it. Don't do that. And the only reason I say don't do that is because there's a very good possibility you could nick yourself. And then we are just going to go over here and press this, and then your LED stops blinking. Guys, I'm J-Drone. If you haven't subscribed, smash the subscribe button. Questions, comments, concerns, definitely put it down below. Get at me. Later.